Here's everything you need to know about the new upcoming shot clock mechanic that's going to be changing how we play badminton. Make sure to follow and save this for reference because it's a bit detailed. So what is the time clock or the shot clock? It's basically instead of the time between rallies being just some unknown time, every rally there's going to be an automatic 25-second timer that goes down. Okay. This is going to one standardize kind of the pace of the game, and two, it's going to allow players to kind of not have to ask the umpire for certain things like applying cold spray, drinking some water, wiping off sweat, that kind of thing. So everyone has 25 seconds. It's the same timing for everyone. So this is how it works. The rally ends, the clock automatically starts. I don't know how the BWF is going to implement this. Like, is it going to be the timer starts literally as soon as the shuttle touches the ground? Is it going to be as soon as the line judge makes a call? But I guess we'll find out. What is interesting to note is where it's the third and fourth bubble. The server gets ready, the receiver matches the pace. So for like the casual player or just like people that aren't competitive, they're you're probably asking yourself like, why does this matter? Because currently the way the server situation works in badminton right now, it's receiver based timing. Now if you think about it, right, the receiver can hold up their hand and be like, wait, I'm not ready yet, right? So that's what we mean by it's receiver based timing. So in this new system, it's actually going to be server based timing, which has some implications that are theoretical, and I guess we'll see if these implications are correct or not in real play pretty soon. But in theory, um, this should make the game a bit more balanced. What I mean by balance is usually the receiver is the one that lost the last rally, so usually they're going to be the one a bit more tired or they need a bit more time to adjust themselves. So in games now without the shot clock, so like in any game right now, the receiver had more time to ready themselves, be like, wait, hang on, mentally readjust, that kind of thing. With this new shot clock system, that probably is not going to be the case because the clock starts, so that puts pressure on both people to get ready. But at the end of the day, the server is the one that's going to be dictating the pace. So the winner gets the momentum, basically. So we'll see if this is as big of a change as I think it's going to be. Um, and here's what they're saying. What does ready mean? So feet on the ground, server holding shuttle, the receiver's hands are down. So again, the receiver's hands are not up. And then this next one is interesting. Players are looking at each other. So your hand's going to be down, your feet can be on the ground, but if you're not looking at the player, it wouldn't be considered ready. So I assume that some people might abuse this, and they'd be like, "Oh, he wasn't looking at me. They weren't looking at me. I wasn't sure they're ready." Blah 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 blah. So if someone is too slow, it's going to be the same kind of penalty system that we're already seeing now, but now it's going to be a bit more standardized, right? It's not going to be up to the judgment of the umpire if someone's being too slow or undue delay. It's going to be, if you go over 25 seconds, it's going to be a verbal warning first, then a yellow card, then a red card. So I like this. It's a lot more clear for the umpires when they need to penalize, when they don't. And again, the pace of the game should be a lot more special situations. Apparently shuttle change, the clock doesn't stop, right? So players that are usually asking for a shuttle change to get a few more seconds of rest, this isn't going to work anymore. You can change the shuttle all you want, but it's still going to count against your 25 seconds. Mopping clock may pause, so I think this is going to be umpire discretion. If it's like just a little bit of sweat, I don't think they'll pause the clock, but if there's a few dives, they might pause. And then the last one is, what does it say? Injury, IRS challenge disputes. So injury is obvious. IRS challenge, I'm assuming that's Hawkeye. Another video assisted review, but there is no video assisted review in badminton yet. Honestly, I think this is a good change. It's definitely a weird change, but if you think about it, the BWF is going to be changing to a 15-point system. So each point is going to be much more intense, right? So in theory, what I imagine, for example, a really intense doubles game is going to look like it's gonna be almost like tennis, where both teams or players get ready. They have lots of time to get ready, relatively compared to the current system now, and then the rally is gonna be all out, bam, 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 and then over and over again. So in theory, it should be. I've been saying that a lot. I know because this is all theoretical. Um, in theory, I need to stop saying that. Anyway, um, the rally should be more intense, more exciting, whatever, which is what the BWF is looking for. And then during the 25 seconds, right, they probably can fit in ad slots for for revenue, or it's time to let the commentators like review the last rally before whatever. There's gonna be more highlights, etc. But again, we will have to see. Um, 2026 is looking to be an interesting year for badminton. I honestly don't know if club players and social players will adopt this. The 15-point system, they might, but how are you gonna like realistically and effectively adopt a 15-second shot clock at the social level? Don't know. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. It's definitely a lot to chew on because it really does change the game a lot. Um, and while I have been yapping for almost 7 minutes, 7, about this, I might be totally wrong. And there might be other changes that no one is expecting to see coming. So, yeah, see you in the next.